Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and if you haven't watched my intro video already, go watch it. Pretty much give you a lowdown of what's to come. And in this video I'm going to be talking about, friendship. In particular, I'd like to talk about, being used. Now, I want you to ask yourself this: am I a popular person? What kind of person I am. So I think the first step of finding out how to help yourself is, first you've got to know who you are first. So what I mean by that is, if you don't know yourself, you won't be able to identify where you need to improve or whatever, or what your flaws are. I mean, usually friends say, "Oh yeah, I like you just the way you are." Family might say, "Oh yeah," obviously, like a mum will always say, "Oh yeah, you look handsome, son," or "You look beautiful, darling." And then, like, obviously, you go out or whatever, someone calls you ugly, it dampens your spirit, and then you feel like shit or whatever. But should we really care about people's opinions? And does it actually matter that much? But yeah, so anyways, this video is about, friendship, in particular, being used or whatever. And the problem with people is that people that use, specifically people that use others, some do it on purpose, some don't even know they're doing it. And it sounds a bit stupid, but legit, some people are so focused on achieving a particular thing that they forget that they're actually using someone to get it. I'll give you an example. Someone I know, he kind of moved to my school when I was younger. This was when I was younger, by the way. So this, he was kind of the new kid on the block, everyone liked him, and then everything was going well, and he had so many friends, but then how many true friends did he really have? He didn't really have many true friends, because most of the time people would just hang around with him because of maybe street cred or whatever. No one actually said, "Oh, I'll be there for you, mate," or whatever. I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you. No one actually spent time to know this kid. And then, cut the story short, the whole phase just died down. He wasn't the popular kid anymore, and because he realized that it was more important, to actually be yourself than to be what people want you to be. And that's the true key to happiness, Don't conform to the social norm, Don't be what you think people will respect you as. Don't be what someone says you should be, and don't accept what people say you are, Always question yourself and always challenge yourself. Always make sure that, you're on the right track in terms of you as an individual. You know yourself. You are in control of your mind, you are in control of your body, and we're humans. We're all affected by thoughts, feelings. But one thing we do share is that when we all leave this planet, some of us will be remembered, some of us sadly won't. And it's what you do, it's what you leave as a legacy that matters. Now, some people don't care about that. Some people don't care about leaving a legacy, doing something forever, because some people think life's a selfish journey. Me. Why should I care about someone else when I can't even fix my own problems? Some people will say that. But to those who think like that, that is fair enough. That is your opinion. That is your way of life. That's cool. There's actually nothing wrong with thinking like that because, you know, it's good to put yourself first. It's good, you know. But we're talking about being used here, right? And so it's usually, in some cases, well, most cases, I wouldn't say some cases. Sometimes the strong use the weak to get stronger. And sometimes the weak try to use the strong as a form of control. Now, let me ask you this. If you know you have an exam, and you know there's a group, there's that kid, or there's that boy or girl, there's that group of you that always seem to get top marks each exam. Now you're just, you know, you haven't really studied or whatever, but you know that group exists in your class that always gets 100% or whatever, or always gets top marks, you know. What would you do? If you knew you hadn't revised, would you not try to make friends with that particular group or whatever? And say, oh, you want something from it, also you want to pass. So you ask them, oh, I wasn't listening in class, whatever. Well, that's what some people would do. Some people would still not give a shit, be like, oh, I'm not going to talk to him, I'm not going to talk to her because so and so and so. But most people would think, actually, you know what? This is something I don't get. I'm going to ask someone that knows all their shit. I'm going to ask someone that knows what they're talking about. And so, you know, that's what most people would do. You know, the term fake it till you make it, you know. So if you don't know something, it's never wrong to ask. But yeah, that's my first example of, like, you know, being used or whatever. Now, you might argue and say, like, oh, what if the person was happy helping me? What if that guy in that class was happy helping the guy? And, you know, yes, he might be happy to help, but doesn't mean the other party did not use them to get what they want. And that's why in friendship, the whole using thing can be kind of masked. But yeah, so it can be masked as something else because, you know, they'll say, oh yeah, don't worry man, I'll be there for you man, it's cool man, everything's fine man, I'm not using, I'm not like that man, you know, I got your back man, you know, and they literally suck the life out of you, and you end up unhappy, and they end up with, somehow, they're always doing better than you, they're always getting what they want or whatever, they just seem so much happier than you all the time. And you ask yourself, am I the problem? Or are they the problem? So, when you start feeling like that, that's when it gets a bit dangerous actually, because you start feeling like, oh, am I not good enough? Why can I not be happy? All that stuff, you know? When you're being used, the person, unless they're really brutally honest, they're not going to tell you they're using you. They might tell you at the end, when it doesn't matter, and they've already got what they want from you. Or they might just string you along, and then drop you like a sack of shit. Like you never mattered in the first place. That's why honest people are hated. Well, some honest people are hated. Not all honest people are hated. But honesty is one of those things where it's like, we need honest friends. But will we listen to them when they speak? Will we listen to them? Will we respect them for who they are? And will we thank them when things when they say told you so, when things end up exactly how they said it would be? So yeah, being used, it may sound like a minor thing to people, but when you're using someone, unless you actually have like a heart or any remorse, you know, absolutely, you know, you might think, oh, actually I feel terrible for doing this or whatever, I might actually need to go sort this out. if that person cares about the other person, you know, you say, okay, I'm really, really sorry, or I hope you can forgive me. Some people don't. That's the thing. Because remember I said earlier, we're all humans. Some people don't say sorry. Some people feel like the world owes them an explanation to why it's so shit for them, or why it's just life's never going well for them, or they're just really unlucky. People in general just we as humans will always have something to be aggressive about, something to be annoyed about, you know? And I guess that's just life. But going back to what I said about being used, because that's what this video is about. If you really want to know if you're being used, ask yourself these following questions. Does the person that I call my friend asks me how I am? Does the person actually value me as a human being? Does he or she respect me? Do they laugh with me, or do they laugh at me? Do they tell me when I'm going wrong, or do they give me false hope and just loads of bullshit, really? Do they actually care about me? Do they care about my feelings and thoughts? Do they care about my future plans? And do they have any value to add to my life as their friend? You know, friendship's a two-way thing. So once you ask yourself those questions, and once you get the answer to them, that's when you can really determine if someone's for you or against you. Because being used is a process of someone sucking the life out of you, literally, and just taking, constantly taking, and then after that, void. They've won. You've changed because you've been used. So, before the video ends, lastly, I just want to say that if you feel like you're being used, I just want to say you deserve a lot better, and life is unfair, but tomorrow is always a new beginning. And sooner or later, the people that are meant to be in your life will stay without you begging. Bless you. Thanks for listening.